We are kicking things off with Alabama softball absolutely dominating in the SEC tournament. Alabama has just taken down the Florida Gators 9-1 in a thrilling run-rule victory in the semifinals, securing their spot in the championship game for the 7th time. Freshman pitcher Vic Moten was a standout performer, picking up 19 wins in her season, pitching 5 innings, and shutting down the Gators with just 3 hits and 1 run. This is the story of the Crimson Tide's incredible performance and their path to the SEC title.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we dive into the incredible performance from the Alabama softball team that silenced the Florida Gators and punched their ticket to the SEC tournament final for the first time since 2021. Head coach Patrick Murphy praised the team's resilience, highlighting how freshman Vic Moten managed to navigate 7 walks and strand 10 Florida runners on base across 5 innings. We look at the offensive explosion, where Ambry Taylor started the scoring with a solo home run, and the team scored 9 runs on 13 hits to secure that crucial victory. Now, we shift gears completely to the high-stakes legal battle in Alabama, as the state asks the Supreme Court to clear the way for its congressional map. Alabama Solicitor General A. Barrett Boder is making a powerful case, arguing that Americans deserve a republic free of racial sorting, and they want to use their 2023 map for the upcoming elections. This follows a long dispute stemming from the Louisiana v. Calais ruling, and the state is pushing hard for a chance to use a map that they believe protects their voters. And finally, we look at the political maneuvering as Governor Kay Ivey anticipates a favorable outcome in the redistricting fight. After signing key legislation, Governor Ivey has petitioned the U.S. Supreme Court for an emergency stay to allow Alabama to use its 2023 congressional map for the primary election. State leaders are warning of irreparable harm if action isn't taken quickly, and they are counting on a favorable ruling to shape the future of Alabama's elections. Stay with us for more breaking news. Alabama softball has advanced to the SEC tournament championship game after defeating the Florida Gators 9-1 in a run-rule victory on Saturday afternoon. This marks the 10th SEC tournament championship appearance for the Crimson Tide softball team. The victory was built on strong pitching and timely hitting. Freshman pitcher Vic Moten delivered a standout performance, picking up her 19th win of the season by pitching 5 innings, allowing only 3 hits and 1 run, and striking out 4 Florida batters. The scoring started early, with Ambry Taylor hitting a solo home run in the bottom of the 2nd inning to give Alabama a 1-0 lead. Alabama extended this lead in the same inning, with a series of plays including an RBI single from Anna Roman, advancing runners, and a 2 RBI single from Marley Giles, resulting in a 4-0 advantage. Alabama maintained momentum in the 3rd inning, with Yana Young hitting a double that led to a run scoring, followed by a subsequent error that allowed Kristen White to score. Alexis Pupillo then singled to drive in an unearned run, pushing the lead to 6-1 and putting Alabama in a position to potentially run-rule the Gators. The Tide capitalized on the advantage in the 5th inning. A double by Pupillo led to a run, and a subsequent double by Vandegrift scored Pupillo, while Larissa Prewitt provided the game-winning run from 3rd base. Ambry Taylor capped the day by hitting an RBI single to left center field, sealing the 9-1 victory. With this win, Alabama now awaits the winner of the SEC tournament championship, facing the 9-seed Georgia and the 4-seed Texas. Alabama softball has clinched its spot in the SEC tournament final, marking its first appearance in the title game since 2021, following a dominant victory over the 3-seed Florida. In a decisive 5-inning contest, Alabama defeated Florida with a score of 9-1. Head coach Patrick Murphy praised the team's performance, noting that despite freshman pitcher Vic Moten facing challenges, her performance was strong. Moten managed to navigate constant traffic on the base paths, allowing 7 walks, but successfully getting out of the inning multiple times. Murphy highlighted Moton's significant improvement, stating she has been the most coachable pitcher the program has seen. The Alabama offense also showed significant resurgence, scoring 9 runs on 13 hits in the game. Key contributors included freshman Ambry Taylor, who started the offense with a leadoff home run and hit the game-ending RBI in the 5th inning. 9 players in the starting lineup reached base at least once, with 7 players recording a hit. Yana Young set the tone in the leadoff spot, reaching base 4 times and scoring twice. With this win, Alabama 49-6 advances to face the winner of the second semifinal between the 4-seed Texas and the 9-seed Georgia on Saturday at 4 p.m. for a shot at the 7th SEC tournament title. Coach Murphy expressed immense excitement about the opportunity, emphasizing the team's coachability and belief that the best is yet to come. The victory is expected to solidify Alabama's standing as a top overall seed in the NCAA tournament. Alabama has formally requested the Supreme Court to allow the state to utilize a congressional map adopted in 2023, which features a single majority black district, arguing that the current court-ordered map dilutes black votes. In a 25-page filing, Alabama Solicitor General A. Barrett Boder contended that forcing the state to use a map deemed unconstitutional or erroneous would be unjust, asserting that Americans, including Alabamians, deserve a republic free of racial sorting. This latest legal battle follows a protracted dispute over Alabama's congressional map. The conflict stems from a 2021 Supreme Court decision in Allen v. Milligan, which found that Alabama's previously adopted map violated Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act by allegedly diluting black voters through a specific district configuration. Following that ruling, Alabama adopted a new map in 2023, which featured one majority black district. However, a federal district court subsequently blocked the use of this 2023 map, ruling it discriminated against black voters and ordering the state to adopt a map with a second majority black district. Alabama is now seeking to expedite the Supreme Court's review of its appeals, emphasizing the proximity of its primary election. The state argues that its actions mirror those of Louisiana following its recent ruling in Calais, and calls for the court to allow elections to proceed based on policy goals rather than race. Alabama stated that the 2023 map was drawn to achieve neutral state goals, such as protecting incumbents, while explicitly refusing to allow race to predominate. The state confirmed that its legislature is in a special session and is prepared to pass a bill reinstating the 2023 map. Furthermore, Alabama is exploring options to shift election deadlines to conduct special elections under the 2023 plan, should the injunction be lifted. Justice Clarence Thomas directed challengers to respond to Alabama's request by May 11, 2026, at 5 p.m. EDT. Alabama is urgently seeking intervention from the U.S. Supreme Court regarding its redistricting process, following the signing of key legislation by Governor Kay Ivey. In a move signaling readiness for immediate action, Ivey signed House Bill 1 and Senate Bill 1, which grant her the authority to call special elections in congressional and state Senate districts should the redistricting legislation pass. In response, Alabama officials have filed emergency petitions with the Supreme Court requesting a stay on a court-ordered map, enabling the state to utilize its 2023 congressional map for upcoming elections. This request is crucial because a previous federal panel had ruled that the state's plan likely violated voting rights protections, leaving a court-ordered map in place. State leaders contend that this ruling is flawed, citing a new Supreme Court decision that could alter the outcome. They warn that without swift court action, the state faces irreparable harm and the potential to be forced to run elections under an unconstitutional map, especially with the state's primary election imminent. Governor Ivey expressed confidence, stating, "With this special session successfully behind us, Alabama now stands ready to quickly act, should the courts issue favorable rulings in our ongoing redistricting cases." She credited the legislature for their prompt response and affirmed that the state understands its unique needs.